My name's Peter. I'm an emergency room doctor, 34 years old, live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I think being an ER doctor, you have to be quick-witted, you have to think on the spot, be confident. A lot of these patients are crashing planes, and you've got to be able to let go. I mean, you can't save everyone and everything, so there's futility in your job, but as long as you understand that, it's life, it's another day. First degree, I went to Notre Dame. It's in biology with a focus on the environment. After that, I went to Boston. I did a master's in public health, focused on nutrition. I did a small project in South America in Ecuador, and then I flew from Ecuador to Miami to take the MCAT, did all right, and then went to med school. Why did I go to med school? I think I wanted the power. You know, I wanted to have that sense of independence, to be able to. I do have a supervisor and a boss, but it's not like they're peering down on me and they're looking at everything I do. As long as I'm board certified, I'm competent, they're not gonna micromanage, and I like that freedom. I mean, I've got time to do stuff like this. It's not like I'm giving up my job. I get to go back to open arms and excitement, and that's a great feeling. And my skill is in my hands. I went to medicine to be functional. So if someone says, is there a doctor around? I don't need anything but my brain and my hands, and that makes me feel pretty useful. Everyone that makes it through the pathway and the hurdles to become a physician, they're inherently smart. And for me, the first lesson is knowing that I'll never be the smartest person in the room. But more importantly, I hope that every other doctor thinks the same thing too. Because if you're so conceited that you walk into a room and you think you're the smartest person, you're gonna crash. You're gonna be despised, no one's gonna respect you, you're not gonna be showing humility. It's just not a good path to go down. I have my moments of God complex. You know, I'll walk into the ER, practically skipping, got my donut, got my coffee, and then one of the nurses says the dreaded line, remember that patient from yesterday? And you're like, yeah, nurse, tell me about the patient from yesterday. They died, or they came back and you missed this diagnosis. So knowing that remember that patient from yesterday line can always loom, sets you in your place and gives you more perspective. In the world of emergency medicine, in my adopted world, I see every character that walks on this earth. You see the most sane as well as you see the most insane. You see people have mental breakdowns and you see people that are totally fine. Here, again, I appreciate standing in the background and watch someone having a mental breakdown, have a hissy fit or a crying fit. I'm not gonna get in front of them and give them their medications. I'm gonna watch this until they self-implode. So calling all the shots, I'd rather sit in the background and watch someone implode, and if they're not going to, I'm gonna have to facilitate that whatever way I can. So, I mean, the strength of being an ER doctor as it pertains to this game is immediately off the bat, I'm gonna know who I have a good affinity with. I know the toxins and the toxic people in the group, and I know the people that are goats, people that are completely non-functional, but have a benefit of going far so that I can just eliminate them at will. I've got that early and acute ability to figure out exactly what I want, and I know how to act in a big group of people too, whether I have to be the role of the leader or whether I have to sit back and watch someone else mess up. My mom's from Jamaica, she's third world, I'm third world. I can eat anything I want to, never get diarrhea. I have no problem sleeping on the beach at all. I'm pretty easygoing, believe it or not. I mean, in my apartment, I'll sleep on the couch for 3 weeks straight. Now that's not outside, I just never have the opportunity to be outside because I'm working so much. If I had the opportunity, I'd go camping all the time, but it's just not an issue. So it's gonna be difficult for me in regards to my knowledge to abstain. When I say that, I mean to not show how smart I am, to express humility, because I do know this game fairly well. I know all the challenges that have been in the past. I know what's going to be in the future. I know how to manage people better than anyone else out there, absolutely. My IQ's on the higher end of this spectrum, not on the lower end. There's no reason I shouldn't be in a power position at all. And if I'm not playing the game correctly. I've got a whole list of things that I'm going to stay focused on during this 39-day process. And in my opinion, I fail if I don't make it to the end. I fail. And every aspect of my life, I've never failed. So why now? I'm a triple threat. Why? What's my advantage of being the sole survivor? I'm a student of the game. Big deal. Everyone else studies the game. We saw Max, who taught the game, got shuttled out before merge. So, I mean, that only means so much. I am intelligent. I'm athletic. But I think the biggest arrow that I'm carrying is that I'm actually engaging and nice and trustworthy. And that's going to take me farther than anyone else can imagine. So what else about me? People don't usually know that I'm first generation American. My dad is from Switzerland and my mom's from Jamaica. I'm a Swiss citizen, got dual citizenship here. So if this doesn't work out, I'll just go to Cuba. I can live there as long as I want to. From Montana, I wanted to play hockey, but my mom put me in figure skating because she liked Brian Boitano. Drink a lot of Diet Coke and a lot of coffee. Love my job, and I'm excited. I'm excited to start this.